Good morning students. Unit 1 Management Process. Chapter 1 Principles of Management. Before we moving Principles of Management, first we know that what is management. This word management is used in our day-to-day life. That means we managing the home, managing the school and library, etc. So this way, same way the management is used in business world. Next we will go to the meaning. Let us see the meaning. Management is goal oriented and it is an art of getting things done with and through others. Let's see the definition of management. First one, generalized definition. Second one, precise definition. Generalized definition: management is a distinct ongoing process of allocating inputs of an organization by typical managerial function for the purpose of achieving stated objectives out of goods and services desired by this customer. Typical managerial functions means planning, organizing, directing and controlling. Next we are going to see precise definition. They have given two authors. First one Henry Fayol and Peter F. Drucker. According to Henry Fayol, is very important definition. To manage is to forecast, to plan, to organize, to command, to coordinate and to control. So forecast means future planning, command means share to others. So next one, according to the Peter F. Drucker, management is a multi-purpose organ that manages a business and manages a manager and manages worker and work. Drucker stresses three jobs of management. First one, managing a business, managing manager and managing workers and work. Next we are going to see principles of modern management. The father of modern management is Mr. Henry Fayol. You know that. And according to him, there are 14 major principles of management which every manager has to practice for the success of the organization. First one, division of work. Second one, authority and responsibility. Third one, discipline. Fourth one, unity of command. Fifth one, unity of direction. Sixth one, subordination of individual interest to mutual interest. Seventh one, remuneration. Eighth one, the degree of centralization. Ninth one, line of authority or scale or chain. 10th one, order. 11th one, equity. And next one, stability of tenure of personnel. 13, initiative. And last one, team spirit. See the meaning. What is definition of work? According to this principle, the whole work is divided into small tasks. The specialization of the workforce according to the skill of a person, creating specific personal and professional development with the labor force and therefore the increasing the productivity. The next one, authority and the responsibility. What is authority and responsibility? Authority means the right of a superior to give the order to his subordinates, whereas responsibility means obligation of performance. Next one, discipline. What is discipline? It is a obedience, proper conduct in relation to others, respect of authority, etc. Next one, unity of command. That means this principle states each subordinate should receive the orders and be accountable to one and only one superior. So if any employee receives the orders from more than one superior, it is likely to create the confusion, so a conflict. Next one, unity of direction. What is unity of direction? All related activities should be put one under group. So there should be one plan of action for them. So and they should be under the control of one manager. Next one, subordination of individual interest to the mutual interest. So the management must put aside the personal consideration and put company objective firstly. So therefore the interest of goals of the organization must prevail over the personal interest of the individuals. Next one, remuneration. Workers must be paid sufficiently as this chief motivation of the employees and therefore the greatly influence of the productive. So the quantum and the methods of remuneration payable should be fair, reasonable and rewarding of effort. Next one, the degree of centralization. What is degree of centralization? That means the amount of power wielded with the central management depends on company size. So the centralization implies a concentration of decision making authority at the top and the management. Next one, line and authority or scale or chain. That means that to the chain of superiors ranking from top management to the lowest rank. This principle suggests that there should be a clear line authority of top to bottom linking all managers at all levels. Next one, order. What is order? Social order ensures the fluid operation of the company through the authoritative procedure. So material order ensures safety and efficiency in the workplace. So order should be acceptable and under the rules of the company. Next one, equity. Employees must be treated kindly and justice must be enacted to ensure a just workplace. All members are equal. So the manager should be fair and impartial when dealing with the employees, giving equal attention towards all the employees. Next one, stability of tenure of personnel. What is stability of tenure of personnel? Stability of tenure of personnel is a principle stating that is order for an organization to run smoothly. Personnel must not frequently enter into the exit the organization. Next one, initiative. What is initiative? Initiative is one of the part of employees is a source of strength for organization because it provides new and better ideas. So last one, team spirit. This refers to the need of manager to ensure and develop morale in the workplace individually and communally. Team spirit helps develop an atmosphere of mutual trust and understanding. So team spirit helps to finish the task on time. That's it. Next we are going to see difference between management and administration. Already you know that what is management. Management means a organized way of managing people and things of business organization is called management. Administration, the process of administrating an organization by a group of people is known as administration. Authority, in management middle and lower level, administration is top level. Role, management is executive role, administration is decisive role. Next one, concern with policy implementation. Next, administration, policy formulation. Next one, area of operation, it works under administration. Administration, it has a full control over the activities of the organization. Work, management, putting plans and policies into actions. Administration, formulation of plans, framing policies and setting objectives. Focus, management, managing a work. Administration, making best possible allocation of limited resources. Next one, key person. In management, key person is manager. In administration is administrator. Represents employees who work for remuneration. In administration, owners who gets return on the capital invested by them. The last one, function. In management, executive and governing and determinative. Thank you.